Hey everyone. So with the election coming up, I wanted to jump on here really quick and do a quick little video about my plan, my strategy for investing in this chaotic election, COVID, economic, whatever. There's a lot going on. And there's going to be a lot going on maybe up until election day, which is just next week, or in the days following. It could be contested, it could drag on for months, it could cause chaos in the streets. Literally, I live in Washington, D.C., and the police department here spent $100,000 on tear gas. So, that tells you something. Their insider information is... Anyway, with COVID, with the mounting deaths, with the second surge or third, or even the first surge that hasn't really ended yet, winter, the regular flu, the economic situation with people getting laid off, housing. I think housing is going to be the next thing that goes, unless the powers that be can work out a deal to stave off, whatever, prevent a housing crisis or lots of defaults, people being evicted from their homes, etc. I think housing could be the next thing that goes. So people have been asking on TikTok, what's your investment strategy? What are you doing leading into this election? Are you selling? Are you buying? Are you waiting? Are you just sitting on the sidelines, not willing to do anything? And here's what I've been saying, and I'm going to put it all in here on YouTube on one. I'm going to try to make it under 5-minute video. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with this election, right? Most people don't. If you think Trump is going to win and he wins, are the markets going to go up? I don't know. If Biden wins, people are saying the market's going to tank just because of his tax stuff. So maybe the markets will tank. Historically, you can look at various things leading up to elections. Markets are pretty quiet, especially because you just got to see it in the big picture sense of what if the guy who's running for president wins? That means there's going to be a new president in the White House with new policies, new laws, new everything, and that makes people nervous. They want to sit back and wait and see what's going to happen yet, and then things so it's volatile around election times in general. You can also look at historically what happens with Democratic presidents versus Republican presidents. I was looking today, Reagan, I think, was around 5% annual growth in the markets. George Herbert Walker Bush was around 6%. I think Reagan was around 7. Reagan was 7. Herbert Walker Bush was 6. George W. Bush, 5.9. Annual loss per year in the markets. Both Bill Clinton and Obama. Clinton had 13%. Obama had 12% year over year annualized returns on the markets. And then here we have Trump, that is around 7% so far. So historically, markets perform better under Democrats than Republicans. So in theory, if Biden was elected, we could be expecting to see 13% growth in the markets versus the average of around 7%. But 2020 and this whole last couple of years have been unpredictable to say the least. So what's the strategy? If you're looking at past behavior, you might be able to say, based on the past things, here's what I'm going to do. It's different now. It's very volatile. It's very unpredictable. Nobody is sure what's going to happen. Here's what I'm doing. I'm mostly sitting back on the sidelines. The day trading that I've been doing over the last couple of years, I've pumped the brakes on leading up to the election. I'm looking to add to my long-term investments. If the markets crash, I will go crazy and I'll be adding to stuff long-term, my long-term 10, 20-year stuff, plus, stuff that I plan on holding forever. I'll be buying if there is a market crash. I mean, a real serious crash, not like that shit that we saw in March. I mean, end of days, markets are down for months, just panic, whatever. That's when I'll be buying. A recession. If we don't have a recession, though, I'm going to feel like a pretty big idiot for not buying at least a little bit now. So my plan is I'm buying a little bit now. I'm talking less than a quarter of the position that I hope to have down the road. So if my plan is to have 100 shares, in a position in a company down the road. Oh, we hit 5 minutes. If I hope to have 100 shares, normally I'd be saying I'm buying in blocks of 25. I'm buying even less in companies that are fairly expensive, and I'm just waiting. That way, if markets do rally after the election, at least I've got some skin in the game, and I'm not going to feel like, I missed my chance. And I'm not wasting all of my money right now because I think markets are going to be very choppy for a while, short-term while, next couple of months. So I'm spending a little bit now just to get started with the plan of buying more if things drop. If they don't drop, well, then at least I've got something, and then I'll still step back and wait. If Biden is elected, I'll wait for Biden to come in and implement some policies, and I imagine the markets will sell off a little because people are nervous about his tax situation, so I'll be using that opportunity to add to my positions. But I'll also be keeping in mind that under Democratic presidents, you have around 12% annual growth per year. So if Biden is elected, we'll be looking for any dips prior to him, being inaugurated to get in. But I also wanted to talk about the different kinds of stocks that I'll be buying, right? Look, we have to look at coronavirus. It has wrecked travel. It has wrecked hospitality. It has wrecked businesses, movie theaters. It has wrecked filming. It has wrecked casinos. It's wrecked all of these industries. There are going to be opportunities there to buy stuff in airline companies, not the risky ones, not the ones that are loaded with debt, not the ones that have no revenue anyway, but there are opportunities there. Not just in travel, by the way, but think about everything that I talked about: restaurants, movie theaters, film, production, casinos, cruise lines. There are little opportunities in these recovery stocks that it would be a smart move to be buying incrementally if you want. You don't have to. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so this is just entertainment. Although I don't know anyone who's being entertained by this. I hope you're taking notes. I don't think you're going to be laughing at it though. Anyway, I've got a wish list. I recommend everyone formulate a wish list. Everything that you want to buy, every stock, every fund, everything, the growth stocks that you think are just a little too expensive right now, but are on your list because you want to buy them down the road. A recession is the perfect time. So the last thing you want to do is panic when a recession hits and go, I don't know what to buy. That's why it's important to have a wish list on a piece of paper or on your phone or wherever, that you have all the stocks that you want but can't afford now but could afford if there was a recession. And that is when you swoop in, like that old Warren Buffett quote: when others are greedy, be fearful, and when others are fearful, be greedy. So when everyone's panicking and it's end of days and the stock market is never going to recover, that's when you begin to buy, or at least that's what I'll be doing. So I hope this video was helpful. I ran a little over. It's almost 9 minutes now. If you like this video, please hit the bell. Please hit the subscribe button for new videos. And if you're also not following me on TikTok, I would urge you to do that. Link is down below. And last little bit, since I've got 15 seconds, I've recently started doing one-on-ones. If you're interested in doing one-on-ones, just to go a little deeper, talk about strategy, investments, or day trading, stock trading, whatever, reach out to me on a DM, either on Instagram or on TikTok, and see what we can do. Thanks for watching. Oh, this stupid button, no work. You gotta lean forward.